Good morning. I am so sorry I have been MIA. It's almost 8 o'clock, so I don't want to get into it right now. Everything's fine. Um, but I can talk to you. There's my timer. We can talk about it in the next break because it is almost 8 o'clock. But I hope that you all are going to be joining me today. We will not be joined with Jamie, and I don't think any of the other ladies are going to be joining us either. Um, so we're just going to go ahead and jump into it. Got some music ready for you guys, and it feels like a Monday to me. So I guess we'll talk about that in the first break. When a Wednesday feels like a Monday, it's not been a great week. All right, here we go. And it's turned down. 3, 2, 1, go. And that's the first sprint. Good morning, LaMonique. How are you today? It feels like a Monday for me. Obviously, I got to stand up. Again, we do the Pomodoro method here, which is 25 minutes of work, 5 minutes of motion, like a break from your work. But we got to, as authors, we got to make sure we're at least standing up a couple times an hour. So, good morning, everyone. I guess it's not Monday for anyone else besides me, but it sure does feel like a Monday right now. So long story short, my husband injured himself at work on Saturday. We were in the emergency room to not life threatening. We were in the emergency room to about 3 a.m. and then Monday morning we had to. We've been to he's had to go to the doctor and whatnot. So we thought it was gonna be Monday morning, and then they switched it. That's why I didn't have any sprints on Monday morning, and then we had to um, cancel newsletter chat because I had to do a doctor's appointment with him Tuesday morning, and he goes in tomorrow for a small little surgery, kind of an exploratory surgery on his hand to see if they can fix it or if they're going to have to go in like deeper for like a bigger surgery. So that's what's been going on with me. Just the fact that like doctor's appointments got scheduled at the bad time. So I'm so sorry that I wasn't here. Whoops. Not only for you, but for me, I've gotten very little done this. Well, I shouldn't say that. I've been fitting work in. I got the blurb finished. I've got I've started on the interior of the book, and yeah, so I'm still hoping to hit my goal of having the book, the proof copy ordered before the podcast on Friday morning. So hoping for that. Looking forward to that. What all are you guys doing? Did you guys get work done while I was gone? Did you guys keep working? Hopefully some of you showed up for Teresa's early morning productivity stream that she does. I still haven't been over there. I was there once for like a half an hour, but I did not sleep well last night. Last night was a bad night. My husband's kind of having an allergic reaction to the medicine they gave him. So that wasn't good, poor guy. So I got out of bed at the very last minute, very, very last minute to be here. Clearly, you guys didn't get hair and makeup today. So sorry. All right, in 2 more minutes, we're going to start the next sprint. I did not get any writing done. I wasn't planning on writing today, actually. I've got other things to do. Well, I guess I'm going to be writing my acknowledgments and that kind of stuff and the dedication. So I guess I'll get some writing done. But because I'm going to be at the surgeon tomorrow with my husband, I'm going to get all the stuff that I have, my responsibilities for the podcast that have to be done by Thursday, all the graphics, the link, all that kind of stuff so that Tina can do our newsletter. I'm doing that this morning. So I'm almost done with that. That's very exciting. I'll put that all up in the folder where she can access it, and I won't have to worry about that tomorrow. And then I'm taking my laptop with me tomorrow. I actually might be meeting up with a writing friend of mine. I'm supposed to drop my husband off. He can't go in until he's in recovery. So drop him off, and then they'll call me, and then I can come back. So I think I'm actually a friend that I haven't seen in a while. Because our restaurants here in Michigan are open now under restrictions. And so we might like meet up and sit tables next to each other. And just actually like have a little visit, maybe get some writing done. I don't know, but it's been a while since I've seen this friend, and even before COVID, we just don't get to see each other very often. So I might do that, or I might just take my laptop and sit in my car and get some work done. So normally I don't do sprinting on Thursdays anyway, so I'm not letting you guys down again. So 1 more minute, we're gonna get started again, and hopefully on the other side of this break, you guys will be able to share with me what you're getting accomplished. We're not very talkative today. When Jamie's here, it's so much more quiet, right? All you have to listen to is me babble on and on. What fun is that? But Jamie's got a bunch of things going on at her house today. She's good. She just has a lot of things that she needs to accomplish today. You know how that is when you have more things on your mind than writing, and it's not really your writing time anyway. Excuse me. All right, it's 8:30, and we're gonna with this next sprint. And I'm gonna cough, so I'm gonna go quiet here. I choked on my coffee.
3, 2, 1, go.
supposed to stand up, but I just now got situated with my blanket and my heating pad. My house is cold today. So, for those of you who don't know, I am from Michigan. Some of you are as well. And it was beautiful the last 2 days. Today's supposed to be, I thought, nice as well, but my house is freezing. I don't know what's going on. Good morning, Allie. Thanks for joining us. Jason! So nice to have you here, Jason. And Jamie's not even here to witness it. For those of you also that are new to this, when Jason doesn't show up, we like to talk about Jason and give him a hard time that he's not here. And he doesn't even know it. Do you even know that, Jason? That when you don't show up, we talk about you? I don't even know you, but I'm always like, Jason, why aren't you here, Jason? I don't know why we pick on you. Jason's like our son. We've got Kristen, who's our daughter, and Jason's our son. They don't want to be that, I'm sure, but congratulations, Jason. You have another mom. Anywho, what did you guys get done during that sprint? It was very productive for me. I got everything done needed for the podcast before Friday morning. So all the work that I have to do in advance so that everyone else can do their work, I got that all done. Very excited. And now I'm sitting down with book 4, actually. So I don't know if any of you guys do this or not, but at the end of each of my books, when I publish them, can you hear me? Can you hear me now? That's probably a lot better. At the end of the book, after the last chapter, I give the first 1, 2, sometimes 3 chapters of the next book to get you excited about the next book. And I all of a sudden realized I was getting ready to put together the interior of my book and realized I haven't polished at all book 4. And so I looked and, oh yeah, it needed edited. It's fine. I don't need to edit it like, oh, this is a mess. I don't know what I'm going to say here like that. No, but it just needs editing. So that's what I'm going to do next. And it's always hard for me to decide. You can't put a ton because if you ever want to go into KDP Select, you don't want to be considered book stuffing. But I am not in KDP Select, and I want to give them just enough to make them want to move on to the next book and to buy the next book. And so with this one, it's kind of tricky because I feel like the first chapter, which is short, is enough to make you want to turn the page. But I kind of also feel like they need a little bit more because it's very like, what's going on? But we'll see. So that's what I'm going to do in this next sprint. How did you guys do? What did you accomplish? Hopefully you were productive. Teresa, I'm in the house. Good morning, Teresa. We were just talking about how I'm cold, and you're another Michigander. Is it cold in your house today? Because it's supposed to be nice again today. It's supposed to rain later today, but it's supposed to be like warmer today than it was the past 2 days. But for some reason, my office decided to be an icebox today. Also talking about that I'm working on the interior of my book, and yeah, and no one else is chatting with me other than saying good morning, which I appreciate that too. So yeah, 1 more minute till the next sprint. We've got 2 down already. Halfway through my work morning. Not bad. Not bad at all. I missed it. I so missed it on Monday, and I missed newsletter chat. I had so much to share. Honestly, I had so much I want to talk about and ask you all about and see how you guys handle certain things. And I had actually some good tips, some things that I just learned, and I'm like, what? And so it's gonna have to wait till next week, I guess, next Tuesday morning. Teresa says it's nice outside, but yeah, I need my space heater. Yeah, welcome to Michigan, right? Jason's from Michigan as well. Where is everyone else from? Jason, are you still there? Because if you're not, then I can start. Jason, get to work. But when you're here, it's like I can't do that because you're actually here working. Teresa says there's always next week. I know, right? Oop. All right, that's means it's time for us to get started on the next one. Okay, 25 more minutes, and then we'll come out of this and chat some more.
3, 2, 1, go.
done. All right. So Allie says, I'm in Alabama. I've got my space heater going this morning too, but it's relative. 47 degrees here right now. Okay. So that's the funny thing, Allie. Is it? I just checked. When you said 47, I'm like, that doesn't sound, I mean, obviously it would be cold to you, right? It's over 50 degrees here right now at 9 in the morning. It is 53 degrees where I live. Why am I cold? I think if I open the window, my room would warm up. I think it's just that it's been cold all night. I don't have a clue. Anywho, so I think I have the little excerpt done, my little teaser for at the end of the book. So yeah, I'm just gonna put it in there. I looked through it. I normally like to have Jamie take a look at things, but I'm just gonna put it in there, and I can always edit it later. I just need to get this copy, the proof copy. I can always edit the proof copy. So that's what I'm looking at. So how did you guys do that break? Or not break? This is the break. How did you guys do that sprint? We have one more coming up, but I'm interested to see how you guys are doing. My phone is blowing up. People are texting me like crazy right now. People I don't need to talk to right now. So if you hear a bzz, 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 I apologize. I think I'm going to work on my Mac. Have I talked to you guys about this yet? So it's got a case on it, so you can't hardly see it. But I bought a few years ago a very inexpensive Mac just to do Vellum on because I use PC and I was using Mac and Cloud for a while. And then I talked with a friend of mine who knows all about laptops and computers. He's an engineer. And he's like, he came over and looked at the software and he's like, you just need to buy yourself a cheap Mac this is a cheap old one and it runs Vellum like a dream. So yeah, it's super cool that I have that to do next. So I'm so excited, like actually getting the interior done. I did a preliminary one and I know the page count, so I can actually start working on the full wraparound cover, not just the ebook. So that's what I'm working on right now. Hopefully tomorrow I'll get some good work in because no matter what, before I go to bed tomorrow night, I will have ordered a proof copy. So here's hoping. Yeah. So what are you guys working on? Who's writing? Who's editing? Who's still with me? It's so quiet without Jamie. Well, I mean, it's not really quiet because I just keep talking. I just mean it's just me talking. That's not quiet. So I guess that's not really correct. And this is only my second cup of coffee today. That's actually pretty impressive because normally I am on my third one by now. I half calf it. I do. I grind my own coffee because it just smells good and tastes good. And then I just mix half decaf and half regular coffee together, the beans. And all right, let's see. Teresa says, yay. Teresa is working on edits. She says, almost finished one full scene, which is really fast for me. That's awesome. I was kind of editing too because I was looking at book 4, which I'm so excited now about book 4. Like I cannot wait to like get to that. It's one of my favorites of the series. And Allie says, I'm working on graphics for my website and trying to decide what to have for breakfast. Decisions. I did a bunch of kind of like a little overhaul on my website recently too. So graphics are one of the things that I find relaxing though. I enjoy doing graphics and I can actually do them like anywhere. So sometimes the girls want to watch a movie after we've done homeschooling and I'm totally fine with that because I can sit down there with the laptop and be doing graphics while totally watching a movie. So Teresa says, I have 2 scenes left to finish today to keep me on track for reaching my goal of finishing edits by the 31st. That's awesome. I think you're a lot like me, Teresa. I do the same thing. I don't just kind of like start editing. I have a plan for writing, for editing, everything. Just like with this book. Like my plan is I need to get this ordered by before Friday because that's what I need to do because I can look ahead and see. And then once that's done, then it's a big waiting game. I wait for it to come back and then I have to give it to my copy editor and I wait for her to be done. So that's when I get to do all the fun stuff. I'm going to be doing all the graphics and planning out the launch and all that kind of fun stuff, planning some promotions. So I'm actually looking forward to that next week. It's going to feel a lot different. So, all right. Our last sprint, ladies and gentlemen. Are you still there,
3,
Jason?
2, 1, go.
done. That was our last one for the morning, and I'm super disappointed because I got to a point where I'm, like, doing something else, and I wanna get it done, but, oh well. That's why I put in office hours so I can walk away and feel pretty confident that I did as much as I could, and I can do other things in my life without, obsessing, right? Let's see. Hi, Piper. Piper says, "Hi, all. Just getting back to write after dropping the truck off to have work done. I'm going to be going for the next 2.5 hours." Good for you, Piper. Um, yeah, I'm done. I got the teaser for book 4 that I'm gonna put at the end of book 3 that's ready to go. I was chatting with Jamie a little bit during that break or that sprint, and she's gonna go ahead and take a look at it for me when she's got some time. But I'm just gonna go ahead and put it in the book for the proof copy to get here because I can always edit the proof copy, but I need to get that copy in my hands because I'm really more concerned about the rest of the book getting to the copy editor. The end thing, that's just icing on the cake. So that's what I got going on. And yeah, so this Friday, the podcast. First of all, I want to know what everyone did during that sprint. So let me know while I'm waiting for your answers. This Friday on the podcast is going to be an interesting topic. It is going to be called "Why Isn't My Book Selling?" Interesting. Piper says, "I don't know where the next chapter needs to go after the one I finished this morning, so I started a scene that I know needs to come in later. I haven't done this before, LOL." Oh, you've never written out of order? Oh, that is my saving grace because sometimes I will get, like, blocked and I don't know what needs to happen next. So I write later, and then I know what I have to do in order to bridge the gap. And so outlining helps me with that, but sometimes even when I don't even like, I don't have a great outline, I still do that. And then if I'm really bored, I just go ahead and I write a kissing scene. I fit it in later because I really like to. Teresa says, "I don't write out of order much either." Piper says, "Jennifer, I read half of Anna last night. LOL. Aw, did you like it?" Yeah, I'm glad you started with Anna. Piper had messaged me yesterday, wasn't it? I think it was yesterday, asking if you had to um, read my books in order, which technically you don't. But I always think it's best to read them in order. So just because like that. But I'm so glad that must mean you're enjoying it if you read half of it in one evening. So uh, Teresa says kissing scenes always help. Yep. Yes, they do. They're so much fun to write. And some of them are like, oh, I'm not gonna say anything. When Phoebe's book comes out in a couple months, you're gonna see the teaser for Sarah's book, and it starts with a kissing scene, which I've never done before. So, um, yeah, and they're not all romantic. That's all I'm gonna say. All I'm gonna say. I think you guys are gonna love Sarah's book, but I think that you may not realize it when you first start reading it. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm done. I'm done with that. Piper says it was yesterday. I started having Alexa read it to me while I was getting supper ready, but I read much faster than Alexa. Can we speed Alexa up? I've been using that. It's really good for nonfiction, and she sounds pretty good. Like, it doesn't sound as much like a computer as Microsoft Word or other things that I have read to me when I'm editing. But she sounds pretty darn good. I'm actually really impressed with it, but, I prefer it with nonfiction. So a lot of the books, some David Gaughran books I've been getting, I have a lot of nonfiction that I have just had in my Kindle, just like, and I'm slowly trying to get through them. And yeah, Alexa's helping me while I do dishes. Let's see. Teresa says, "I love how much you love it." Oh, how much I love my own books. You all should love your own books, right? Like, I know maybe some people might think it's arrogant, but like, if you don't love your own books, if you don't love your own characters, how do you expect anyone else to, right? I love my characters. And that's, I think, why I struggled so much with book 3 is because they're my favorite. Phoebe and Will are my favorite, but I wasn't as good of a writer when I started it. And so there was just a hot mess, and it took a lot of fixing, and I'm still not sure that it's to the point where everyone's gonna love Phoebe and Will. But my beta reader did, and she loved the book, and so we'll see. We'll see. But I do love them. I love that. So one of the things for is Will is a good guy. It's so easy to write a guy that's like brooding and in romance. It's so easy to do that. But to write a good guy and him still be attractive and not come off as wishy-washy or whatever. So that was a little bit of a struggle too because he kind of was a little too perfect. after my first draft, and so I had to go in and fix that. So speaking of Alexa, Piper says, I'm not sure if you can speed it up. I did find an app for the phone, Evie, that can also read with better voices and can do the ones you get through promos. Really? I'm gonna have to look that up. You are a fount of information, Piper, for sure. She says, I started Evie listening to my novella. LOL. I love my books. Yay. I'm so glad, Piper. I'm so glad. Teresa says, no, it's not arrogant. I love it. When a writer is so excited, they just have to gush. It's hard not to love it too. I love what I'm working on too. Yay. I'm so glad that you're all on this journey with me. And I'm so glad you're allowing me to be on your author journey with you as well, because even though we've never met, I feel like we're all this one big happy family of Christian writers that are supporting each other and working hard to get our stories out there. Yeah. So I wish I had another hour, but I don't because homeschooling calls. So, one more thing from Piper. She says, I have to say, I have a friend who has boys, and she said she can tell I don't have boys because her boys would never say, I love you, like my character does in the novella. Oh, I disagree. There are men out there. There are boys out there that would definitely do that for sure. That would make me very sad to think that like the because and if they're not, whatever, they should. They should read our books. They should read my books and learn how you should treat a woman and how you should say I love you. Teresa says, I'm so glad I found you guys. The support I found here has definitely been the thing that I needed to push me forward. Aw, Teresa, that's so sweet. I just really appreciate that. We're glad you found us. We're happy to have you here. And it's just a really great community. We're so glad. All right, to his friends, it's not a robot. Oh, how he said I love you to his friends. Oh, guess I'll have to read it to see. But Teresa says my 13-year-old boy comes to me every night to kiss me goodnight, even if I'm already sleeping. Aw, that is sweet. I have stepsons, but I don't have a baby boy. I have all girls, but that's God knows what he's doing because I probably would put bows in his hair as a baby, and like I'm such a girl mom, such a girl mom. So, all right, I need to get going. Thanks a lot for joining me. Sorry that I was MIA earlier this week, but I will be here Friday with our podcast. Don't forget the topic is going to be um, I already forgot. Oh, why isn't my book selling? So come on over there and join it. All right, we'll see you guys later. Bye.